I definitely got into the sport with my dad being like a diehard Stars fan. Like they moved down there in the late 90s. He immediately bought season tickets, went to every game, every home game, would watch them, every away game. He was going to games left and right. So I definitely got into the game with my dad, and he actually coached me for probably until I think I was 12 years old was the first year that he stopped coaching me. But I played house league for 2 years when I was like 5 and 6 years old. Started skating at like 4. Played a couple club teams when I was like 7 through 15, and then made the jump to juniors after that. But I mean, the Stars were a big thing for me, and I grew up watching like Mike Modano, Sergei Zubov, Marty Turco, guys like that, and it was just, I don't know, I just gravitated towards the sport. The decision pretty much came down to what was going to be best for my development for the sport of hockey. It was really like Texas hockey. I was playing AA, which wasn't the highest form of hockey in Texas, and I had a chance to maybe go play AAA again, but that the organization that I was going to go to necessarily didn't really like me, or the coach wasn't too fond. And it was like, well, this junior team is recruiting me to go play in Richmond, and I think it'll be a good development league. I can develop, be on the ice a lot more than I would be back here, play more games, get more exposure. And I think it would be better than me having to pay all this money for Texas hockey and still have to travel once, twice a month to Boston, Minnesota, Chicago, where being in Richmond, I'll be up in Boston 4 times throughout the year, and I'll be playing up and down the East Coast. So I think it was a great decision, and I'm happy I made it. My dad was easier to convince than my mom was. That is, like, the argument for my mom was that I was just so young and she wasn't sure I was responsible enough. But the argument that I told my dad, I was like, this is what's going to be best for me and for my hockey. I told my mom that same thing, and she was a little hesitant at first, for sure, but eventually she was okay with it. She still came out and visited a few times, got to see me play. My dad came out a lot as well. And I still had family in Richmond as well that I got to meet after years of not seeing them. So it was good having family near me. Yes, it was the first time living away from home, and having family within 30 minutes of me was phenomenal. I was able to go over there for once every 2 weeks for a Sunday night dinner, get to see family, see them again, and they would always come out to all the home games, support me and the team, and it made the transition a lot easier, especially being so far from home, being away from like my immediate family and my sister. My online school was a do-at-your-own pace, really, so there wasn't any like Skype or Zoom classes like we have now, so it was really easy, like Monday through Thursday. I go to practice in the morning, grab a bite to eat with my roommate, and then we go back to the house, and him and I would work on homework for probably between 2 and 3 hours a day, and just make sure we get all of our work done before the weekend games, and that was that. I think it definitely did help because I was doing the full course load like you are here. It was a little different just because it was all online, and I wasn't actually having to go to class, so it definitely made me more responsible, especially academically, because you were fully responsible for all of the work and all of the teaching that you were going to get. At least here, I get to go to class, the teacher is helping out, gives the homework, get it done, but it was definitely a helping hand for me because I probably wouldn't be doing as well in school as I am right now if I didn't have those 2 years.